Everybody, welcome to the Outlet Podcast channel here on YouTube. My name's Gazy. I'm the host of the Outlet Podcast, and I invite you to check my content out on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio. Because here, you guys, I like to do vlogs, and it's like daily updates of, and daily thoughts that I might have about a myriad of topics. And I funnel those topics down into playlists. So if you want to learn a little bit about me, there's a playlist about me. If you want to check out some guys only advice, some advice that I wish I would have given myself when I was growing up, or a number of other things, my anime s'il vous plaît, my comic curator, where I talk about anime and cosplay respectively, and a number of other things. Apart from that, it's a podcast because I have a podcast. So I invite you to check out the Outlet Podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, everywhere. It's linked in the description. Today, what I want to do is talk about my fear of augmented reality. Now, I'm not bringing this up because of Pokemon Go. I'm not afraid of Pokemon Go. I'm not. This isn't a Pokemon Go bashing. This is a thought that proceeded from a feature that Pokemon Go offers, and what I've noticed. Okay, so I love Pokemon Go. It's a very, very fun game. I've never played blue, red, green, yellow came out later from what I've told, X, Y, Omega, Alpha. I've never played. What were the other ones? There are some other ones. Pokemon people, sorry, don't go after me. So I've never played Pokemon Go before at all. Pokemon anything. I've never purchased any Pokemon things. When I was in middle school, I used to be a Pokemon dealer. Now what it was is that my friends needed to get certain cards, and I had a number of ways of procuring those cards. That's all I'll say about that. The procurement process is classified. If you look it up, how I was able to get a certain amount of holographics is within me alone. So that's something I will not share. Sorry, guys. But that's all I did. I mean, I enjoyed looking at the cards. I enjoyed reading the cards and stuff. But I never really bought them. And if I did buy them, it was always to like sell them at a higher price so I can get some Papa John's pizza during lunch. Yeah, it was Papa John's pizza, and it was a slushie, a small slushie, which is essentially a bunch of concentrated sugar water in various colors, and it was delicious in middle school. So that's all I did. So now that Pokemon Go came out, I was like, honestly, within my heart, I wanted to have fun. Because I saw a lot of people were having fun, and it was a free game, so I was like, I'm not losing anything, and so I wanted to join in on this free game, and I've really had a lot of fun playing it. My phone doesn't let me access the AR, the augmented reality, so I can't necessarily take a picture of the Rattatas and the Pidgeys that show up all the time. I can't take a picture of those guys. Not what I want to. Jerks. They always show up all the time for me, and probably you too. I freaked out not too long ago because I found I was able to catch a Slowpoke, and I've been like upgrading with every Rattata. I've been upgrading my Eradicate, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's cool. So it's fun. But there were two occurrences that really scared me, and it was when I stumbled upon this last Saturday in my part of town. I stumbled upon a meetup. It was scheduled on Facebook, but there's so much Pokemon anything on Facebook now that I just don't want to pay attention to it because I just want to play the game. I don't want to be immersed in a world. I don't want people to try to like involve me in something that I don't want to be involved in. It's like Facebook kind of forcing you to get Messenger, because if you don't get Messenger on your phone, you can't look up your messages. Like back then, you could be able to look up your messages on Facebook just by pushing the little mail guy button. I like to use Facebook I don't like using the app. I like using the browser version because the browser version is a lot better. It's a lot more fun, in my opinion. I find it more easily accessible. Like, there's some things I can easily access on the browser version. So that's my opinion. I don't like having to have the app. Also, I do not like having to have the messenger, but that's something that you have to have. So I don't like being forced to have things or being told I need to, so seeing all these Pokemon things up on Facebook, like, don't get me wrong, Valor all the way. Candela, she's the best. So bump you guys. I don't care if you're freaking Insight, really, Insight, or Mystic. You guys are too, you couldn't be Slytherin, so you got to be Mystic. Is that it? Is that really it? Anyways, so I stumbled upon this meetup. It was as big as an anime convention. It was massive. There were so many people. And what startled me was, it's not that people were like walking and a lot of people being everywhere. It was the amount of people I saw with their faces to their phones. Follow me. The amount of people with their faces to their phones and being inches away from another human being. That freaked me out. And so that was one day. The next day, me and my wife, it was late at night, but not too late. And so I was like, let's go for a walk. So we decided to go for a walk at a park. That park very rarely gets people at night. You'll have the night runners and you have the lovers, and that's and the acoustic guitar people, and that's it. And so the runners, the workout people too. It was inundated. There were so many, like 200% increase of people with their external batteries, cell phone charging batteries connected to USBs, and they had them in their pockets, which is a cool technique. If you're going to be playing this game, that's pretty cool. But walking around and their faces lit up with the dim blue light. And it startled me because I wanted to download this because I wanted to play a game. I didn't want to download this for any other reason. I just wanted to play a game. And that's what it is. It is a game. But what I'm seeing that it does when I watch Facebook videos and I see horde isn't a bad word to use when you see a horde, when I say there's a horde of people running towards a certain part of town to try to capture a rare Pokemon. That is the weirdest thing. I've never seen it before. Not even in anime conventions. Maybe if you go to a mosh pit in a concert, yeah, but I've never seen that before in my life. And this is just a game that it is fun, and I'm not going down that route. I'm not bashing Pokemon, and I'm not bashing this game. I just don't like what it looks like. What it looks like. I mean, not like we're all trying to play a game, but we're not. There's no humanity in it. It's weird, and maybe you can. I'd love to read your comments on this, because we're literally within inches of each other, and there's no socialization. Now, granted, my personal opinion is that America is not united. I don't believe America is united in any way, shape, or form. I believe we were able to tolerate one another and we were able to coexist. But whether, to say that I'm going to fight for your cause or you're going to authentically fight for my cause, I truly believe that is not the case. You wouldn't fight for my cause and I wouldn't fight for yours. That is not to say that we wouldn't be polite to one another. That is not to say that we wouldn't coexist with one another. That is not to say any of those things. But I don't believe, given the opportunity, if I were to go to your door and knock on your door and ask for a cup of sugar, you probably wouldn't open. And I wouldn't bash you, because I wouldn't open the door either. Not in these days, not in these times. So, what I want to ask is, do you feel weird? Do you feel weird? Like, I'm not saying that you go, like, okay, you go out with your friends, right? Go out with your friends and play Pokemon Go. That's fine. But have you noticed it? Do you feel it's weird at all to be next to crowds of people, groups of people? And yes, they're playing the game, but the game hasn't allowed an actual tete-a-tete. So, do you feel weird at all? I feel weird. I wish it wasn't that way either, but I don't like, maybe I'll make another video about this, but I guess what I want to talk, this video is going to be about whatever I just said. It's just creeping me out. So let me know in the comments below what you think about Pokemon Go and real life. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna make another video because there's some other things to talk about too. My name is Gazy, host of the Outlet Podcast. Check out my WordPress blog, my actual podcast, blah blah blah, and let's connect and recharge.